Hello, I'm Oliver Eaton. Welcome back to the channel. We have our Premier League predictions to react to, and let's just get straight into it. Let's go right down from 20th up to the top. Let's see how bad I did. And this year, 20th, I've gone for Fulham. They're coming into a Premier League season. Have they reinvested into the team much? Probably not. They'll be relying on Mitrovic a lot. I think most people did predict Fulham to go down, and I was pretty close actually. They finished 18th instead of my 20th. They did probably rely on Mitrovic, and he just disappeared and has got barely any goals. So I'll tell it as a slight win, but not exact yet. In 19th, I've got West Brom. Now, West Brom did fall apart at the end of last season and did get promotion based on everyone else falling apart. Now, Callum Grant is on the cards. Could he go? Who knows? I mean, it would definitely bugger my team up. But West Brom, I think they'll struggle this season. They got an experienced manager, but I think they'll just be tipped in that 19th spot. Get in there! So that's one already, right? Yeah, West Brom, they didn't have the best season, did they? They brought in Big Sam in the middle of it, and he failed as well. And, well, it's amazing to see how Callum Grant got, because I think he was on the bench most weeks, so couldn't even get into a relegated side. But yep, that's one out of two. Can it get any worse? In 18th, I have West Ham. Yeah, that enthusiasm we had has kind of died down a bit. You know, they've got that experience. David Moyes is very experienced in the league, but I do tip them to get in the relegation places, just based on probably that poor start. So who would have thought West Ham would have been chasing the top four European football, let alone a relegation? Turns out I was right though. David Moyes is very experienced, and he got West Ham to a 6th place finish. So fair play to them. Yeah, I had a stinker there. In 17th, I have Crystal Palace. And Roy is still in a job, so I think Roy probably will survive at least until Christmas, and then he will be gone. Yeah, so Roy did stay, and no, they didn't get relegated. In fact, they finished 14th, and Roy has a little happy retirement gift as well. So he also survived Christmas and COVID, for that matter. But yeah, just a bit off with Crystal Palace. In 16th, I've got Aston Villa. Now, they stayed up thanks to that no-goal kind of scenario at Sheffield United's game. Aston Villa, though, they've invested quite a lot, actually, and, I mean, it nearly backfired last season, but they've got Grealish still on the sides, and he's, you know, stepped up into England colours now. He may try and push them forward again. I think they may stay up this season. Yeah, so Villa did actually stay up, and they did for a very long time. They had a little European push, but sadly injuries did cost them, as I mentioned, Grealish there, possibly again an England call-up, but no, Villa finished in 11th, not 16th, so... In 15th, I have Brighton. Now, I'm going to be honest, I predicted Brighton to go down every single season, and they just don't do it. Turns out Sod's Law did not happen. I predicted Brighton to stay up, and they stayed up. In fact, I was so close. In fact, they finished in 16th. I predicted them in 15th, so close. In 14th place, I have Burnley. Now, Burnley have really established themselves as a Premier League club. I think they'll stay up. I don't think they'll be in a relegation battle at all. Yeah, they will, but then they won't, because Fulham just wanted to stay in 18th place all the time. Burnley finished 17th. It doesn't look good for them on paper, but they were quite far ahead of the relegation, so... In 30th place, I've got Leeds United. Now, probably Leeds United fans will be biting my head off now, because they're not biting my head off, trying to kill me, probably. Yeah, you don't have permission to bite my head off. Well done, you finished in 9th. Great. In 12th place, I've gone for Newcastle United. Now, get in there! That is two bang on. Newcastle United finishing 12th. I remember talking about all that takeover bid, and no, they're still with Mike Ashley, and somehow they didn't look like they was in a relegation battle, but they pulled ahead, they got enough points, and everyone's happy, apart from Newcastle fans, because they're never happy. 11th, I've gone for Sheffield United. Now, you probably hear that second season syndrome bouncing about, and it could happen. I think Sheffield, they're now got experience. They've got Chris Wilder, he knows what he's doing. No, he doesn't. Sheffield just, they sunk faster than the Titanic, it's fair to say. And yes, second season syndrome definitely kicked in quite a bit. I mean, they were relegated by Christmas, so it did kick in. They'll probably be all laughing at their Wednesday brothers getting a 12-point deduction. Well, they might be laughing because they got relegated, but so did them, so it's kind of defeated the object. But we can't laugh together at Sheffield in general. At number 10, I've gone for Southampton. Now, Danny Ings was on fire last season. And yeah, I was wrong about Southampton. They sunk down to 15th this season, and they got beat 9-0 again. So, yeah, so much for Danny Ings being on fire. Now, in 9th place, I have Everton. Now, this one I made before James Rodriguez joined, and they could be finishing a lot higher, and I could be just looking red-faced come like 9 months' time. But I can assure you, I am definitely not red-faced with this one. They actually finished below where I predicted them, so much for this big impact of all players. Once again, Everton just bringing in flops, and their title challenge just died in 1 month, so 10th place for them this season. 8th place, we've got Leicester City, and I've predicted them 8th. I think last season they stayed in the top 4 all season, apart from when it mattered the most. Well, that sounded familiar, didn't it, Leicester fans? I mean, somehow they was in the top 4 race, and they managed to lose it on the last day again. But they've got an FA Cup to their name, so I think they will see it as a successful season. As for my prediction, not so successful. 8th place, what a stupid idiot I am. In 7th, we have Arsenal now. No, they're too busy getting dicked over by their previous manager in the Europa League semi-finals, but Arsenal did finish 1 place lower than I predicted. So in 6th place, I've gone for Wolves. Now, Wolves, they've been very, very strong. They're making them signings again. Connor Cody's finally got into the England squad. It's all good for them. Yeah, it didn't really happen for Wolves, did it, this season? They were hit by injuries, and now their manager's going at the end of the season. I'm going to come up with a prediction now. I think Wolves will struggle next season, depending on what manager they bring in. They finished 13th. I predicted them 6th. It's probably my worst prediction, other than the West Ham one. In 5th place, I've gone for Tottenham Hotspur. Now, Tottenham did a Tottenham. They bottled the Carabao Cup final. They sacked Mourinho before that and brought in Ryan Mason. So they finished 7th. I predicted them 5th. How very foolish of me. Coming into number 4, I've got Manchester United. Now, I think they've been a really good side. They've been on excellent form, and I think they'll continue that this season. They're against now teams in the top 4 which have a very good quality squad, and I think Manchester United, similar to Tottenham, will need a lot coming together to really propel them up the table. Yeah, so it turns out, despite moaning about the squad being slightly weaker, they finished 2nd, runners-up, and they finished 5 points into that. So I kind of underguessed them quite a bit. In number 3, I've gone for Manchester City. Now, fucking idiot. This is one of them strange ones, because some people put in Man City top. Yes, everyone put them top, Oliver. Everyone put them top. Some put them 2nd. And I put them fucking 3rd. Don't get me wrong, I think, they will be very competitive. I'm probably predicting a very close title race this season. No, I mean, they didn't. But to be fair to myself, Man City weren't necessarily dominating the title. Certainly not at the first half. We had about 10 teams hit that first place spot. But no, Man City got their act together, and I really do need to get my act together. Next season's predictions. Fucking 3rd place. I mean, damn. That means in 2nd, I've gone for Chelsea. I mean, they're just showing what you need to do to keep up with Liverpool's and Man City's. They've made a lorry load of signings, and Timo Werner, I think, is a brilliant signing for them. And brilliant signing, but not necessarily a brilliant goal scorer at all, or shooter. I mean, he's just a bit shit. And they're going to be a very big force. Now, if Timo Werner gets on that form and Kai Havertz, they're going to be goal-scoring machines. Forget Man City, you've got Chelsea to worry about. Yeah, so Chelsea, they finished 4th. Only just, they missed out on a FA Cup title, and I predicted them 2nd. I mean, it's not too bad compared to where I have predicted teams, but that only leaves one team who I predicted top. I've predicted 1st again. Liverpool, I mean, a lot of people are thinking Liverpool have fallen apart a bit. I mean, that might be the case. Maybe the emotions of finally winning titles got to them. I don't think Klopp would allow that to happen. It was the case, Oliver, but to be fair to myself again, they did have a lot of injuries, and it did screw them over. So to finish 3rd, they had to rely on their goalkeeper to get the winner against West Brom. So fair play to Liverpool. Finished 3rd, I predicted them top. Just needed to swap my Man City and Liverpool prediction around. But yeah, they didn't win the title again. And that concludes my table prediction. As always, I will come back to this at the end of the season, and I'll no doubt be very embarrassed by my choices. But right, well, that does conclude my reaction to my very crap Premier League predictions. To be fair to me, again, I've said that a lot, I got 2 out of 20 right, so I will take that. That is a victory. What will happen next season? I mean, that is a big question. We have the likes of Watford, Norwich coming up. We have maybe a possible downfall of Wolverhampton Wanderers. Will Brighton finally get relegated? We will find out in the next episode. I've been Oliver Eaton. Thank you very much for everyone who has commented throughout my weekly prediction videos. All those people that disliked my original table prediction, I'm sorry. And I will see you in the summer. Stay tuned on this channel for various kit review series. And I will be back then. Until then, I've been Oliver Eaton. Bye-bye. Fucking Man City third. I mean, what the fuck?